Hello, Baby Gang says, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies. Now, I'm not sure exactly where we're gonna have to go here, but let's just try and go, like, in order of where we could go in this game, to see if anyone will meet up with us here, because we have to talk to Jinxie again, we have to talk to, a Filch again, so the next place would be here. So Filch could be here, yes, I guess Filch is here. April 18th, QB Manor, foyer. It's the curse of Tenma Taro. What did you take this time? You outsiders are ignoring them superstitions that are apparel. Mind your own business, will ya? What is he doing? Oh, he took Widget! He took Widget and the bracelet! Yuck, what's all this about a curse? Damn it, I was gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose in where it don't belong. Stop the investigation and listen to what them superstitions say. Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying superstitions? You know, Athena? From our perspective, 100%, because you're robbing right in front of us. Athena looks so, like, weird without Widget, right? Huh? What are you doing, Widget, around your neck? He's mine! You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that. Same goes for my bracelet. Sorry, I promise I won't do it again. Getting scolded by Athena. Yeah, sorry there, like, it cut out for a second there, which happens sometimes, like, recordings aren't always, like, the most safe thing in the world. But yeah, the big jerk. I think what's one thing that's common amongst all of our, companions is that you just don't piss them off. Just don't piss them off. They will kill you. They will definitely kill you. Like, imagine Susato, Trucy, Maya, and Athena coming after you. It's like, like, yes, I'd love to have them all as friends. I'd love to have a coffee with all of them. Would I love to be on their bad side? Hell no. I'm sorry. I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. That's true. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened. Exactly. I think that's probably, like, the best bet for us now, to ask him what happened. Okay, sir. Let's talk about the stealing. I can't believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal Widget? Yeah, Widget's like not a pair of shoes. Grr. Moshi. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running in my veins. Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean? Glad you asked. The infamous bandit Azuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this. What exactly am I looking at? Looks like another one of those yokai to me. It's none other than the Azuki Kozo. Robbed from the rich to give to the poor, he did. Okay, so that's weird that was in... That's what we found. We found a different version, and it actually looks like... It looks like him. Like, with the hair and the eyes. And he leave me one of these figures at the scene of the crime. Wait, we found that in the freaking room, buddy. What's wrong with his grandson? Because he's my grandpappy. Wow, you don't say. Thieves' honor. It's the honest truth. We found one of those, buddy. Ah, the sloshing sound of Azuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed for clean for giving out to the poor. I'm Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth reborn. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit. Oh, wait a second. This figure looks familiar. It's the one we found in the toilet pit. Yeah, full of soot and dust. Yes, it looks like the old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber. Forbidden Chamber figure updated in the court record. Hi! What are you doing with that there figure? Oh, this? We found in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like we've been there for practically forever. Could mean my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me, you once told me there's treasure in that chamber. Treasure? So we know now that, like, this guy has a connection to a demon, or, like, not a demon, a yokai as well. Which to me, I find it very interesting, because beforehand we didn't see him as maybe more of a spiritual person, but it very clearly is a more spiritual person. The way he had his little speech there as well, like, I was waiting for him to finish really, but, like, the way he had his speech there, I really do think that he was, like, he's somewhat of a more terrifying character. Not terrifying, but an interesting character than we even thought before as well. So let's talk about this Forbidden Chamber treasure then. What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber? Only that's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. There's something amazing in there? Didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he? See, now there's one of his figures in there that just might be. There's grandpappy for you. That's kind of like, I don't know, I kind of find that sweet. You know, like, even though it's like, hey, they're stealing stuff, it's like a family of thieves is kind of like adorable to me for some reason. You know what I mean? Follow the family line. But he washed that treasure up real good before we handed it out to the poor. So he's like taking this embodiment of like the Hazuki bean yokai. Like he's taking that with him. The idea of like washing the Hazuki beans is like washing it out and giving to the poor as well. Of course, because he was so righteous. I gotta love that, man. A family of just like thieves is really funny. Tenma Taro sighting. In court you mentioned seeing Tenma Taro near the scene of the crime. Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me. The people in Ninetales Vale sure seem like a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Tenma Taro. Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I'll tell you. That's why I'm going to do exactly what they say from now on. So you plan on staying here in the Ninetales Vale? Yep, I'm going to keep living right here and keep the old ways just like Grandpappy did. So he's like, okay, I'm just going to like stick around. Them superstitions like a rule book to me. Yeah, this is I think it's really cool that like one of the themes of this whole chapter have been the idea that they are like following superstitions to a T. That the superstitions are like playing the biggest part in this, and that like even though like we don't believe all of it, it's definitely gonna like be a big part of the trial. Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales? Ain't you been listening to what I said? You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say that's baloney. Wait, what? Because he didn't do something the superstitions say? Wait, what? Wait. What are we... You're going to do exactly what the superstitions say. Well, I say it's baloney. So we have to find a reason why he wouldn't do what these superstitions say? Oh, here we go. Do not gaze upon Tenma Taro. Do not tell us if you see him. Yeah, no, he told us, yeah. Yeah, you told us you saw Tenma Taro earlier, buddy. It's clear right in here, ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Oh, okay, that's different. Okay, I thought it was different. Okay. So according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking with us. You said you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale. But if you really believed in that superstitions, you would have been long gone by now. Oh. I know you've been lying to me. Time to come clean, Mr. Filch. Oh, yipes. Really good. Okay, again, that's I always find this stuff really interesting because sometimes like we do it for different reasons, but we come to like the same lane, right? You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you? Sorry, but I didn't have no choice. So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Tenma Taro? It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro. Said if I did, he'd do to me what them superstitions said would happen. So was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence? Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid gal. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed. That rumor again. I guess we do have to talk to the Mayor Tenma about the possession rumor. Oh, what did you just steal this time? Village superstition store. Oh, wait, what? Oh my god. I'll be taking that back now. Got a lot of family to me. You could have just asked instead of stealing it. Yeah, we probably could have given it to you. Mechanically, this is really cool. They're taking information off us, I think, that we don't need anymore. Whether it be Trucy taking away the with the magic, you know, LaBelle ripping up a the blackmail note, and in this case, he's taking away the superstition book. I actually think it's a really cool mechanic, like it to add it to the story. What was that? Was that all we wanted to ask Mr. Filch? Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Tenma Taro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass. Mr. Sir? Your family of thieves is very adorable to me. But we have to go see Jinxie, which I'm guessing is either the garden. Oh, God. Or Yokai. She wasn't Yokai then last time, so let's go talk. Wait, she's not here? Oh, no. We go to the detention center now. I thought we wanted to talk to Jinxie as well, though. We can go back to the detention center, no problem. Yeah. But I thought we wanted to... Maybe that's later, then. Maybe that's later. April 18th, detention center. Visitor's room. Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you. Your malevolence. Why are you speaking like that? Oh, Mayor Tenma, you've returned. This song is so good. I think it is my favorite track in Ace Attorney. It's so good. Yes, well, Jinxie came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing the demon within me. Jinxie, sweetheart. That's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time. So what can I do for you today? We'd like to ask about the rumor that Jinxie is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least that's what prosecution is going to claim in tomorrow's trial. Oh, he's back. Oh my god, wait a second. Did you do this just to get out of talking about this? Dude, here's the thing. I understand what he's doing and he wants to protect Jinxie. If this is him pretending to be possessed, legitimately this is going to harm her more than help her. That's what's going to happen. I just believe that's what's going to happen. No matches his warden charm for me. The charm. Tenma Taro's back. See, this is it. Blaming that child for my doing. This is what he's trying to do. The foolish moralization will forget blaming that child for my doings. He is trying desperately to make sure she's not even part of the conversation about it. But I don't think he understands. I guess it is a father's love, and we are trying to help in the best way possible. Like, we're trying our best. I blew it. That question brought that yokai back. It's a matter of I don't know. It's I see I'm so torn because I feel where he's coming from, but buddy, you are not helping your daughter in this way at all. It's not helping her whatsoever, because now any information we could have about that sleepwalking that we could help her with, it's not happening. And I do feel for him, because again, it comes from a place of just wanting to get her out of the firing line completely and to make it seem like he did it no matter what. And I totally understand that, but we can help her and you at the same time if we found out some more information, and then you can go back to doing this act afterwards. If it's real, I apologize. If it's an act, I still apologize, but it's like this thing of just like, you could do this anyway and still give us information like you did before. And you probably won't drop the act until Jinxie's name is cleared either, exactly. Like, you understand where I'm coming from, right? Where I'm like, I totally understand where why he is doing this. But I'm so like, at the same time, like, I want to grab him by the shoulders and like, please, you can help her more and help you more if we had a bit of, like, if we get more information. Please help. So I hope it doesn't come across as me being like, F you to this guy. Because, again, like I said, I'm coming at this from the perspective of, I understand, but please help. We'd like to ask you about something about your aide, Florida Bell mentioned. Did you know that Jinxie is rumored to be possessed? I know not of what you speak. You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you? I, Tenma Taro, the demon lord of the Yokai, protect me, immortal. No affection do I possess for the race of humans. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as Yokai this scene, yes, and it will be implicated as Jinxie as someone who helped out at the very least. But you deny that tomorrow we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name. Yep. But I've already told you, I know not of what you speak. Again, I get where he's come from. He's trying to protect her and make sure her name is not even, it's what a father would do, But I just wish, like, we could make him see it from our perspective also. I don't think we'll get anything more out of him. It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence. Yep, that's it. That's all we want to do. Hey, Apollo, I think I've got this one. Yeah? I think I can prove that she didn't do it. Perfect. 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 Because I feel bad for him, man, because again, like, from his perspective, they did a great, fantastic case there that implicated somebody being there that had so much evidence that it was either him or Jinxie. At least evidence that, like, that would sway the public and the judge, you know? So I understand why he's doing it. I'm just like, so at the same time, like, I wish we could just get some information out of him. Again, story-wise, it makes sense. And for this story and his character, it makes sense. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as, like, Calvin being Apollo, I wish we could get information. Really? Sure. I should be able to use psychologists, okay, to explain how the whole possession thing... Okay, great. Knock yourself out then. Wow, Athena is really something. I can really count on him when it counts. Here we go with the real story. This is perfect. If we can count on Athena for this, that's fantastic. If we can do a workaround as well to protect the whole shows that we can protect Jinxie, it would also be great. Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism. Somnambulism? Somnambulism, you mean sleepwalking? Okay, this is good. Great perspective. Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in the Ninetales Vale? When the child visited last, she did speak of a dreading yokai and how they rob her of a sleep each night. I knew it. That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't try to protect you, at least not on a conscious level. So then the Tenma Taro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie. Sleepwalking, eh? That would indeed explain the matter. See, there we go. Okay, we dragged him out of it. Sorry, I hit the mic, guys. I hit the mic all the time. That dragged him out of it a little bit. That's good. That's good. Look, Tenma Taro's spirit. It's left the mayor's body. Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma? Very well. It's the least I could do for a superb exorcist such as you. Okay. 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 Perfect. We'll take it. We'll take it. Athena? Well done. So used to saying Trucy at this point, right? Athena, well done. Honestly, and she used her character, she used her psychology to get through to that. That's awesome. Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you? I did not. Neither I nor Jinxie have anything to do with that. And I know that. I know that for sure. I can feel it. That was the killer's doing, no doubt. I knew it. You suspect Florentla is behind all this? 100%. 100%. But why? Did he want Ninetales Vale that badly? Can you think of any reason why? Looking back, he did seem fixated on the Tenma Taro for a spell. Could it be? Oh, you know something? Perhaps he's attempting to release Tenma Taro? That's crazy. Are you saying that yokai is real? Whatever the case, Tenma Taro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's a superstitious warning. You must not gaze upon him nor fear him from his prison. Free him from his prison. But how can people actually believe that? See, here's the thing. We have to work with a baseline here that people do believe this stuff. Even if we don't believe it, we have to work with the baseline that people do. And that's what's going to get us further, I think. Because now the opposition is using this as it is real. You know, it is a real thing. At least we know who's behind this whole Tenma Taro thing now. Yeah, I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle. Oh my god, I'm very nervous. Your dinner is ready, your malevolence. Yeah, I think that's the case. We have to work on the... Like, even the stuff he was saying here. Look. Yeah, like all the thing. Tenma Taro brings nothing but misfortune. Perhaps he was trying to release Tenma Taro. Like, again, it all comes down to, like, what is, like, the superstition. And I think we have to come at it from that perspective as well. An offering to the Demon King. You may place it right there. The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it. Did they now? Souls happen to be my favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Okay, dude. Yeah, I like him. You know, I really like him. How long is he planning to keep it up, this yokai charade, until he is put in prison? We've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see Floral and Bell next? I'm so worried about this. Now that we know the truth. He won't be able to claim that Tenma Taro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore. Yeah. This is nerve-wracking. Because this guy is, I think he's dangerous. I think he's going to try and like work his way around. It's just like, yeah, no, we're going to have to try. April 18th, QB Manor, foyer. Okay, right into it, right into it.
Okay, now, let's practice it again, Filchy, from the top.
Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we, heard a scream, oh heck, what was the next part again? Ah!
You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 30th time, you know. Now, 100 times more and we're done. What are they practicing?
Obviously his freaking story.
Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Whoops, Daisy. What are you... Ah! Oh, begging your pardon, Mr. LaBelle, sir. Just all this practice.
What did he take? What did he take?
Unbelievable. What have you sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours?
Yeah, we do not like LaBelle. We do not like LaBelle at all. Did Filch LaBelle's wallet right now? So, what do you think they're up to this time, Apollo?
Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are we? You peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want with me?
Your confession to being Tenma Taro, the imposter, would be nice for everyone. I love that we're like on the path where it's like it's him now. We're on the path. You know, Taro's true identity. Mr. Filch filled me in on the conversation you two had, and about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenma Taro.
Filchy, you fool!
I told you nothing good would come of running your mouth. So why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle?
Why, to protect my darling little Jinxie. Oh, come off it! Get off this track!
But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly have been Tenma Taro. Thank you, Athena, for making this a possible line of questioning as well.
Interesting. But where are you going with this?
Since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who is really Tenma Taro.
Now this is getting interesting.
Are you insinuating that I'm Tenma Taro?
So sorry to disappoint, but I'm nothing of the sort.
That's right, Mr. LaBelle even told me Tenma Taro was a Jinxie. Ah!
I said Tenma Taro was Jinxie, you fool! Honestly, you have the memory capacity of a flea. Practice it 100 times more. More times.
Yipes.
So I'm gonna have you called to testify tomorrow?
Yes, and I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut.
We just have to wait until then.
I'll be waiting with a special piece of evidence.
I've been saving that's again, I'm getting this, I never usually get this mixed up with Ace Attorney, but for some reason it's happening a lot now. I'll be waiting with special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you.
Filchy, wake up, you lazy bones.
What? Was I sleeping? Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Mr. LaBelle. Made me more sleepy, it did.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow.
This is like so incriminating. It's unbelievable. You're done.
I'm begging you, no another lesson. I ain't got out for this thinking and remembering stuff. Ah! I up the no Zola.
You know what's funny? While it is incriminating, it's our word, like, against them. Like, if they come into the court tomorrow and I go, hey, he's been, like, coaching him. Like, what's gonna happen is that, like, they'll be like, okay, prove it. You know, prove it. That's just hearsay. Prove it.
Keep quiet and do exactly as I say.
Oh, please. I ain't but no lesson.
Jesus Christ, man. There they go. Mr. Chance to get the truth out of him. Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told. We better go clear that up before tomorrow. You think they're done questioning Jinxie? Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms. April 18th, Nine Tails, Vale. Yokai Lane. Oh, I forgot that, yeah, the guy came along, Fulbright, and took her away. Yeah, in the last, and I think I was like, kind of like, oh, we need to talk to her, but I guess like I just forgot a little bit about that, which is fine. Jesus Christ, Jinxie.
Cursed Nine-Tail Fox. My grudge has built, festered over time. Last vengeance will be mine.
I do worry about her.
She must be possessed, sleepwalking again.
Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get a charm plastered on my forehead. Chances are low.
Psst, Jinxie. Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. My charms must have fallen off again.
Phew. Guess now I can avoid the charm slap by toning down my cords of steel.
I didn't question you, Jinxie? Uh-huh. On the way back, I stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, the one with the Nine-Tails Fox and the Tenma Taro. It shows them dancing together.
She's so passionate about this stuff. Like, so passionate. Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together?
Uh-huh. It's a charm for rebuilding burnt bridges.
Oh, right. For the mutual merger issue. So it is like, there is like a big theme here of like burnt bridges, I suppose, yeah.
No, it's for the Demon Lawyer and the Insomniac Prosecutor.
It's for us? And for... Oh, you're trying to put like me and Simon together?
It'll stop you two from fighting like you did in court this morning.
That's okay, that's pretty sweet. Thank you. We weren't fighting, it was just a spirited debate. It's what we boys... Ah! I hope that if we raise our voice any way louder than is necessary, we will get a slap.
No fighting.
Again, she's probably coming from the perspective of, like, you know, seeing her father fight with, the alderman, you know? And I think that's probably, like, why she's like, hey, I don't want to see any fighting between you two either.
Charm slapped again. Apollo, if you're done playing around, let's find out what she was lying about.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go.
Jinxie, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important?
Like what?
Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time. Oh, okay. When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman and QB were collapsed in the Fox Chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police.
Okay.
That's all he said before he passed out in the chair.
There's something here. There's something here, of course. I knew it. She's holding something back. Let's go. Let's use this mechanic. I have a feeling this is going to be big. I have a feeling like the way they're like setting this up, I have a feeling this is going to like lead almost into the trial, maybe even like this is like the big final piece of information. It seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said that the feathers and the tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important? Like what? Tell us what you saw that day. Maybe you'll remember something else this time.
When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman Kiwi were collapsed in the Fox Chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance and the police. That's all he said before he passed out in a chair.
Oh, we pressed the wrong button. We pressed the wrong button. That's my bad. You're supposed to do perceive. I was like, okay. Yeah, because I was like, why is this the same? Okay, that's all he said. Okay, where's her like a little like kind of like what would you call it? Like a little like tell, I guess? Yeah, listen again. What are we looking for here? What are we looking for here? Oh, the shake. Is that it? Yes, it's the shake. Okay, we got it. That's her tell. So we will go back to the start again. And we know exactly what to do this time.
Gotcha!
Yep, it's the shaking of the fingers. You were nervous when you said, that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm, which she does when she's nervous, for sure. Huh? Listen to me, Jinxie. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you? It was nothing. He was just talking in his sleep. Talking in his sleep? She admit that he did say something else. Oh, the plate even broke. How could you tell? Only a demon could have such powers. Honestly, like, I think it's just getting to know you. Know that you get nervous. When you get nervous, you slap people with those freaking charms. And you were nervous when you were saying something there as well. Here we go. Now we're going to have the actual answer itself. What you remember.
Like I said, he was just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that?
Could you be a little more specific? Oh my god, look at, oh no, poor Jinxie. Look at her. Before he fainted, he said,
Forgive me, Jinxie.
no. 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 I killed Alder McHugh, no. He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime? Oh no! Jinxie!
But I mean, he couldn't possibly know what he was saying.
No, God, no.
He was probably possessed, or maybe he was in the middle of a nightmare.
A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is one statement I wish I'd never heard.
What in the world are we going to do now?
That's like, oh, God. We are in so much trouble. This is the strongest case that I feel like I've ever been up against in terms of just like pure evidence that like is, again, like I said, it's not that it's believable, it's that it's gonna sway the public opinion. It's gonna sway the judge's opinion. Return to the basics. That's right. Always believe in your client no matter what happens. Oh my god, I love that they're calling back to what Phoenix said. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. Right. Just believe in my client. Even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair. Okay, I agree. We can do this. But it's still gonna be I think it's gonna be the hardest one we've done in a long time.
Jinxie, does Prosecutor Blackwell know about your father's confession? I didn't mention it when he was questioning me. I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer.
Why would the mayor confess like that? Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious? My guess is that he says I killed him in a way that, like, causing this issue with the merger is what killed him, right? Is that in the end, that's what happened, is the kill. Is that setting this up in the first place or even trying to, like, you know, go forward with this merger is what killed him. That's what I'm guessing. It's like the idea of it has killed him. And like when you're delirious and you're about to pass out, yeah. But see, here's the thing that's kind of crazy to me is that, actually, no, it makes sense. It makes sense because I was saying like, oh, why would he not just confess to it and say I did it then if he knows he did it? It's that he's also trying to make sure that like Jinxie's not implicated in anything as Tenma Taro, right?
Who knows? But I sure feel like I'm in a living nightmare right now. Paula, what are we going to do about tomorrow's trial? The crime scene was locked tight until Jinxie arrived, and our clients even confessed. Not only that, Jinxie's been accused of planting the Yokai evidence, and someone corrected me in the comments, very rightly so. The vent was not moved into, he was just speaking through it. I just remembered that wrong. But the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something.
I know. Well, let's see here. A lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jinxie has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman Kiwi and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox Chamber. But the real killer must have been hiding there as well, considering the room was locked tight. That's the only logical explanation. Our mystery person that must have then fled the Fox Chamber when it was opened. And then when Jinxie saw what she thought was Tenma Taro. But Papa and the Alderman were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else. What's going on here? The music's awesome here. It's so good. This game's music is so good. LaBelle's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent. Great line.
So just how did he hide himself in the scene of the crime? It's the vent! Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenma Taro, Flora LaBelle. Right. We'll get him a legal exorcism, justice style. I love the two of these guys together already. No, the vent. I'm so shocked that we didn't, like, explore the vent. That we didn't look through the vent or take a look at the vent, you know? At least go, like, it's gonna come up again. It has to come up again. This game doesn't, like, put, this game, day 2, oh, okay. This game doesn't do that. It never does that. Where there's, like, this thing where it's, like, they'll show something just for the sake of it. Like, usually you will see, unless it's like you're exploring, but like the stuff that happens at the crime scene, they usually show you something so it can be used later. Oh boy. Oh boy. April 19, 9:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Oh, he's there, look. There's Simon. Court is back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor. Hopefully. Athena Sykes, assistant defender, is ready too, Your Honor. JSVP.
Is that what it says? JC, I am... JC Pret, I am prepared, is it? I don't know French.
As chipper as ever, I see, and in French, no less. And the prosecution?
Oh, God.
Very well, then. By the way, ask Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There'll be no more of your funny business this time, Prosecutor Blackwell.
He still has his freaking hawk.
Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it.
Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game, as Simon says. Yeah, His Honor has to fight to defend his honor today.
Yeah, if he will.
Your boldness. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement.
I'm changing his voice because I'm so worried that it's gonna, like, bleed in. I do too many, like, fancy British voices. I'm worried that eventually I'm just gonna be doing the same voice for, like, 3 characters. Especially, like, with LaBelle here as well. You know what I mean? And then also the deep voice of Tenma as well. Like, I was like, okay, we'll change it a little bit, you know?
I have? I don't know if I'd say that.
Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement.
That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement.
For decades now, you have been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewel of the court. One thing you could not possess.
The crown jewels of the court?
Now, at long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse?
He is like, again, this is like manipulating like a child into eating his freaking, oh my god, the Irish accent comes out every once in a while, guys. Manipulating the child into eating his dinner, eating his vegetables. You know, all the big boys are eating the vegetables. You should do it too, you know.
Oh, so you don't mind if I
so easy.
I'll make a special exception, just this once. Here we go again. You have more Blackwell's mind games.
Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening statement myself. In yesterday's session, we learned that shocking truth that the victim ultimately was the Amazing Ninetales. We also learned that the Amazing Ninetales was a key figure in the Yokai craze and anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex Huey's secret identity, Mayor Damien Tenma murdered him.
Yep. Again, someone said in the comments, well, this does take out like a lot of impartiality in this.
The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light. And the only people in that tightly locked room were the defendant and the victim. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party, but further investigation revealed no proof of a third party who escaped the room. Ergo, we must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is, well, conclusive.
Fire this judge. I'm done.
We lived a good life together, Judge. You were so good in the first one. You were getting manipulated to the highest order. I love that the bird gets a little bit shocked every time he does that.
Did I say something wrong? That was quite astonishing. You truly outdone yourself this time.
One more thing to boast about to my grandchild. I don't know. I think maybe to a kid they might think that's cool. Hey, I did a really good opening statement. But then if you say that around any other, like, adult, they're going to be like, you did the opening statement? Remind me never to be in your courtroom? Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, it's not. We expected to complete it at this stage.
Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify. The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation?
The feathers and tracks? Weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed?
That was but an act to protect his daughter.
Okay, he's going with this as well. He's like, okay, I can do this without even the possession thing.
Oh. Yes, of course. I suspected as much.
This is my man.
Wait, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma.
Objection!
The prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Huh. Would you care for some witness testimony then?
Sure. Bring in a witness. Bring in a witness. I'm going to rip him apart. Probably not, though.
For I'm ready to prove this little scamp is the one behind Tenma Taro's farce. Witness testimony? I bet he means Filch and that creep LaBelle.
Very well, then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Ah, Jesus. Yep, of course.
Mr. Filch, you made quite the hasty exit yesterday. See that doesn't happen again today.
He was getting attacked, in fairness. Like, I usually don't stand up to, like, the really bad witnesses who are always lying and, you know, making our job a lot harder. This is one of those times that I actually will. You know, he was getting attacked. I think it's totally normal for him to, like, run while he's getting attacked by a bird. It's the first and only time you'll hear me defend Filch going forward, because I feel like we're going to have a little bit of a hard time here with him now. I forgot to read his line. Sorry about that, guys.
Been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine.
Yeah, he's a thief.
Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Yipes! Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Oh, no, please. I'm liable to rip my own head off before I start running. Your statement, now. Yes, sir, Mr. Blackhead, sir. He may be hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell.
Yeah, like, I think he's going to be, like, he's someone who's very, scared as well, you know? So it's going to be, like, very difficult to, like, because, again, we don't scare him. Athena scares him a little bit, I think, which could help out a bit.
Yeah, Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give-up easy type.
Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. We're going right into a testimony here. I know, like, we should have expected it at this point, but, like, obviously, like, we expected at this point. It doesn't change the fact that I'm, like, genuinely, like, not... I'm worried. I'm worried.
Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime.
The yokai is Jinxie, and this is it. This is what they're gonna try and do. This is what you're gonna. I think, like, this is the whole crux of this.
Tenma Taro's really that little maid girl. I no doubt about it. I mean, Tenma Taro I just saw was a little thing about her size. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came to the foyer. Bet she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. She's gonna use it to ward me on account of my fierce reputation. I just know it.
Which, okay. Right. So Tenma Taro was short in stature. Okay, let's just do our best. Let's do our best. So Tenma Taro was short in stature, and that's because it was Miss Jinxie Tenma all along.
You betcha. Besides, all the rest of the matter were way taller than her.
Feigning height is but an easy thing. But a big ol' ox like the defender could never pass for short.
What if Tenma Taro impersonator was walking on their knees?
Well, no knee walking, I've seen it myself.
Now, perhaps our yokai really was Miss Tenma after all.
All monsters are not but tricks. Either the mind or the cheap parlor variety.
So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magical eye things?
Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me.
Oh, here we go, another bit of gossip.
Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. But in truth, it was simply the janitor.
Easy mistake to make.
Oh, Prosecutor Blackwell just gave up the ghost, literally.
The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are no doubt partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Here we go. Let's try our best with this. The yokai is Jinxie. Tenma Taro's really that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it.
Let's press this a little bit. What's the ain't no doubt?
Mr. Filch, you and Mr. LaBelle mentioned something about your practice yesterday. Did you know this so-called lesson was about what you were supposed to say in court?
No, you got it all wrong.
Then could you tell the court exactly what sort of lesson it was?
It was, what was it again?
No, I now remember math. You know, numbers and stuff. Why do you need to learn math now? I mean, actually, no, it's a skill that any adult can have. You know, it's a skill, you know, that's probably not right to ask. Or wants to have, I should say. He's completely under Blackwell's control, too.
Anyway, that Tenma Taro was a little maid gal, so what's the difference?
So that's not okay. I mean, Tenma Taro I saw was just a little thing about size.
But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she...
Okay, the staff was something I was a part of this as well. Well, you're not going to brush it all off by claiming the purple is short.
Must have hit a raw nerve because you ate that doll yourself.
Apollo, if you insult anything to Apollo, we will suggest execution. Look who's talking, mister. I've got to stand in a box to test it. Oh, he does have to stand in a box. Yeah, but Apollo, when it's the short people that are allowed to insult short people, I suppose. Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't you say the Tenma Taro you saw at a staff?
Crossed my heart up to die. I know, because when I went to Jingle and the Jangle.
And where do you suppose that staff came from?
The staff you say? Well, betcha she stole from the forbidden chamber after stumbling on the crime scene, but...
That's... How did she get into the chamber, though? How did she get into the chamber, my friend? I suppose you mean to say that Jinxie Tenma entered the forbidden chamber to get one?
Well, I've never seen a staff like that in the manor. So it had to be the forbidden chamber.
Oh, really? The stench of LaBelle is thick in the air today. Jinxie entered the forbidden chamber after the incident. Then she took the staff and tried to cover up her actions by pretending to be Tenma Taro. I guess that's what Filch is trying to say. Could Jinxie have entered the forbidden chamber she wanted? Yeah, look at this. This is what I'm saying. It does not make any sense to me. And, like, you see here. I suppose you mean to say Jinxie Tenma entered the chamber to get one. That's, like, we know that's, like, that's first of all, like, that's such a flippant thing to say when this thing was locked completely. And, like, we had to, like, do a freaking puzzle to get in here.
There is one thing I was wondering about. Why did that yokai have a staff in the first place?
Well, I got my ideas about that.
No, we have to go back to this for a second. She's going to use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation. No, she would not do that. This here, do we have anything that, like, again, from the chamber here that could, like, that will actually work? I mean, the key itself. Yes, the mayor swallowed it. Yes. How could she open it? How could she open it? Look at my man. It was seen that Tenma Taro was in fact not this innocent little girl. Huh? How you figure that? You claim that Tenma Taro saw had one of those staves from the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been impossible for Miss Tenma to get a hold of one.
Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice?
The mayor swallowed his key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber.
What's this?
This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Mr. Tenma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Tenma Taro seen holding that staff. Could not have been Jinxie Tenma. There you go.
What?
Yep, there we go. Like, again, it's just so simple. How could he get in there? How could she get in there? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
But then who does the defense believe was impersonating Tenma Taro?
Our Tenma Taro impersonator is other than the mayor's aide. I do love that we're just going straight for this line of questioning, by the way.
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his appearance, can you prove he is a yokai? We seek.
Yes, in fact, I can.
Very well. Let's see where the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof as to the true identity of Tenma Taro's impersonator.
We could look definitely at... Oh, the hand cream. Yeah, because it was in the actual room. We found this in the room and it's his brand. And no one else is using this. Filch ain't using this. Jinxie ain't using this. We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. And we know that whoever Tenma Taro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for. Yep, makes perfect sense.
Mr. Justice, how do you propose the identity of the hand cream's owner?
I mean, who else would have it? I mean, it's in high demand. We know it's in high demand, but like, in terms of like, I don't, like, would Jinxie have the hand cream? I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. It's not even sold yet. He doesn't even sell the actual products on the market. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who this belongs to.
Interesting. So you expect to find the yokai's prints there?
Very well. I hereby call a recess already.
No need for that, your boldness. We have the prints of every...
Already? You call already? Can anyone be more whipped?
Fulbright. And analyze these for prints. You have 3 minutes.
Your wish is my command.
Very well, then I guess we'll just wait right here.
It would seem the fingerprints analysis is complete.
What did the results show? What in the world?
They're Florida Bell's prints, aren't they? Wait, no.
This is absurd.
Prosecutor Blackwell, I'm not gonna like this, am I? You know, what is... No, Judge, do not Tenma Taro's prints.
Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to...
I'm so afraid to press the button. Who? No. Filch!
Objection!
Filch! Wait, what? What? He's always rubbing his hands together. Then Mr. Bell wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself now.
Sure, then preacher mine. I mean, I didn't pilfer the hand cream from LaBelle after all.
He pilfered the AD would have taken it. So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
So what if I did? Got a problem with that? Yeah, it's a huge problem. It changes the whole story. You were in the chamber before anything happened.
You fool of a Tanuki.
Yeah, it rips apart both of our cases.
Order. Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean?
Excellent question. Or maybe we can work. I think we can work around this, but like what it does is like it shows like we can't use that as evidence that LaBelle was in the room. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber. Wait a second. Does this mean that the Tenma Taro holding that staff was Phineas Filch? Oh god, no, I can't wait, it is him!
Mr. Filch is Tenma Taro?
That is, I did not expect that. But then again, like, I guess, like, if they said he was short, I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? I don't think he's the killer. I think maybe he was used as a way to get out of this.
The Wilsons will explain himself this incident. Begging your pardon, your ownership, but I was just doing what the alderman told me.
What?
He wanted me to Tenma Taro in the village exorcism ritual. Oh, true, there was a ritual.
Oh, you mean the event at the Ninetailsville festival? So that was you inside the Tenma Taro costume?
Yep, and after the event I went to watch the progression program, that is true. But it brought me to tears on account of the Westers being complete jobbers.
Jobbers is a term used for someone who is just paid to lose. You are kind of not like one of the stars. You are lower down on the card. An example would be like a superstar would be like a star in wrestling would be a currently you'd look at like say CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, like the stars. And then you look at like jobbers, I suppose, would be like, it's hard to find jobbers on like the main roster now because like they do like in WWE, for example, because they do they do a good job now of like making sure that everyone's kind of like used. But I guess you could say like currently The Miz, because he's like losing a lot and he's kind of like paid to lose. Maybe that's probably a good way of putting it. But back in the day, you'd have a jobber would be someone that you just pay like a local guy, and that's probably what it is, a local guy to come in and just lose the match. So you didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. Okay.
That's when I looked at the Tenma Taro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And cause of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say a word.
In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible.
Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place?
Cause of the treasure there.
Of course, yeah, he wanted to take it.
Thought that's my big chance to sneak in and nab it.
Treasure?
Oh, if only the greatest get rich, quick chance in the universe.
He's always rubbing his hands together as well, though. That's why I thought like maybe the hand cream was related to that.
Grandpa told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
You mean that not knowing his grandfather already pilfered it? Yeah, and that was the statue was left there. Yeah. Guess it's one tale that didn't get passed down from Grandpappy to grandson. Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten into it.
I could through the air vent in the foyer. The vents left the alderman's picture. I went in and made a nice little hole. Used that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber, I did.
You what? But how's that even possible? Wait a sec. Remember that air vent? The Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into the air duct. And that's how we got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent? Jesus Christ.
So Tenma Taro was nothing more than a cat burglar, rather tanuki burglar. And we're back to being without anyone to charge for Alderman's...
Oh my god. Filch put a spatter in like both of our cases. Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker. Yeah, it's made things very troublesome. Very troublesome. Guys, we're gonna end the video there and we're gonna come back in the next one and I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do because again, like we still have evidence, we still have like ways we can get around this, but I feel like one of the biggest things that we're not gonna get around is the fact that like this was so close. So close to being something that we could use, and then it's just kind of ripped away from us. But thank you so much to the Never Gonna Pay to Be Gangsta here on Patreon. That being Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Itazua, Felicious Felix, Eskun, Yule, Radish, Anusa, Shibata Bread, Malcolm and Day, Death Trap, and Lex Markey. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye. But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit that it was him?